If you had to name the resource that keeps modern civilization alive, what would you pick? Oil, water, electricity. Those are all good answers, but there's one resource that's even more fundamental, one we barely even think about. It's everywhere, hiding in plain sight, and without it, the modern world would collapse in an instant. That secret ingredient? Sand. Yes, sand, not gold, not diamonds, not rare earth metals, just ordinary sand, the kind you've probably walked on at the beach. But here's the twist. The sand that keeps our world running is not the same sand you see on vacation. And the story of how sand built our world is one of the most overlooked yet critical stories in all of human civilization. Sand has been with us from the very beginning. Ancient Egyptians used sand in construction, mixing it in early mortars. The Romans took it further, creating concrete using sand, lime, and volcanic ashes. Concrete so durable that some Roman structure still stands now, 2,000 years later. And fast forward, some sands became the basis of glass. Without glass, there's no Renaissance science, no telescopes to see the stars, no microscopes to discover cells, no skyscrapers. Sand is literally the foundation of civilizations. I mean, think about it. Every road is built from asphalt mixed with sand. Every house rests on concrete made of sand. Every window is glass made from sand. And in the modern world, every microchip is silicon made. And you guessed it, made from sand. If you could remove sand from human history, you wouldn't just erase beaches. You'd erase cities, science, and the digital age itself. Over 4,000 years ago, people discovered that heating sand at very high temperatures could create glass, revolutionizing everything from tools and containers to windows and eventually modern technology. Then the Romans developed concrete. This material allowed them to build structures, and many of which are still standing today. The ancient humans noticed the sand's unique properties early on. Unlike dirt, sand drains water quickly. That meant that when they used it in construction or as a foundation, it created a stable base that didn't turn into mud. Ancient builders realized that sand made structures stronger and more durable. Accidental discoveries also played a role. Glass, for instance, has been discovered when traders or potters built fires on sandy beaches. The intense heat melted the sand, leaving behind a strange, glossy material. The biggest use of sand in our current world is concrete. Concrete is the most consumed material on Earth after water. Every year, humanity uses 50 billion tons of sand and gravel, mostly for concrete. Think about that number for a second. That's enough to build a wall 90 feet high and 90 feet wide all the way around the planet, every single year. But why so much? Because every new building, every bridge, sidewalk, and every highway is made with sand. Urbanization is basically just turning vast quantities of sand into cities that we see today. See, China alone used more cement in the past 20 years than the United States used in the entire 20th century. That's how explosive the demand is in our current world. And here's the kicker. Not all sand works. Desert sand, like the kind in Sahara, is too round and smooth. It doesn't bind well in concrete. Builders need angular sand from rivers, lakes, or crushed rocks. That means the kind of sand civilization needs is actually limited, and we're using it up really fast. But then there's glass. Glass might seem simple, sand heated until it melts, and cooled into a transparent solid. But glass changed everything. Medieval cathedrals used stained glass windows to inspire awe. Renaissance scientists used glass to make lenses, telescopes, and microscopes, tools that revealed both the vastness of the universe and the hidden worlds of the universe like cells. Today, glass is everywhere. Windows and fiberglass for insulation and optical fibers that carry the internet across the ocean. Even the screen you're watching this video on, it's glass. Without sand, you wouldn't even be able to watch YouTube right now. But the real magic of sand is this. Sand became the backbone of the digital age. Now, at its core, modern computing is built on silicon, and silicon is one of the most abundant elements in Earth's crust, and we get it by refining quartz sand. Silicon wafers are the base of every microchips. They're etched and layered with tiny circuits that make up processors, memory, and sensors. Your phone? Silicon. Your laptop? Also silicon. And the server running on the internet is also silicon. All of it comes from sand. Without sand, there is no internet, no smartphones, no satellites, no artificial intelligence. Civilization didn't just build cities out of sand, it built the information age and most technologies that you use daily with sand. But here's the problem. We're running out of the right kind of sand. Remember, desert sand doesn't work for construction. And while it feels like sand is infinite, usable construction sand is actually being depleted right now. Illegal sand mining has become a global issue. In some countries, sand mafias control entire black markets, stripping riverbeds and coastlines, destroying ecosystems in the process. It sounds absurd, right? Gangsters fighting over sand. But that's a reality, because sand is the unspoken lifeblood of modern society. Experts warn that sand shortages could stall construction, increase costs, and even spark conflict in the decades ahead. We always thought war would be fought over oil or water, but in the 20th century, they could also be fought over sand. So let's recap. Sand gave us concrete to build cities. It gave us glass to unlock science and modern architecture, and silicon to power the digital revolution of technologies we use today. And now, sand is quietly becoming one of the most valuable and vulnerable resources on the planet. The next time you hold your phone, look out a window, or walk on a city street, remember, none of it exists without sand, and civilization doesn't just run on oil or water or electricity. Civilization runs on sand. So what do you think? Is sand the most underrated resource in human history? And what happens if we actually start running out of it? Drop your thoughts in the comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into science, history, and philosophy that shape our world. And follow us on Instagram and X for more content. And thanks for watching The No Brainer.